Hello and welcome to another lesson on Ielts. This is Steve and today we're going to talk about another important topic. This time we will look at pause and why it's so useful in Ielts speaking. Pausing is one characteristic of speech. It is a temporary stop in clauses and sentences. There are three types of pauses: short, medium and long. A short pause is used in thought groups or in cutting a long sentence. A medium pause is used after a sentence, and a long pause is used at the end of a paragraph or to give emphasis to a statement. But why is it a problem in Ielts? It is necessary to pause in sentences, but you cannot just pause anywhere within the sentence. Though pausing is part of stress and intonation under pronunciation, long pauses within the speech affects fluency. A pause, when used strategically, becomes a tool that could really help in your speech. A short pause can be done after a noun phrase, verb phrase and clause, or before a prepositional phrase. Pausing appropriately gives the examiner time to keep up with what you're saying. Here are some sentences that use a short pause. Take note of the slash symbol between sentences. A single slash represents a short pause. A short pause is equivalent to one beat. A medium pause occurs after a sentence. It separates ideas from one sentence to another and gives the listener a chance to process your ideas. Here is an example of how a medium pause is used in a sentence. Two slash symbols represent a medium pause, which is the equivalent to 2 beats. A long pause precedes or follows a statement that is significant. This type of pause may also be used to add emphasis to your points, but keep in mind that pauses for emphasis should only be for important statements. Look at the example and notice where the 3 slash symbols are placed. They represent a long pause which is equivalent to 3 beats. Getting rid of unnecessary pauses is not as difficult as you might think. To start with, use words and grammar rules that you are sure of. Focus on answering the question based on ideas you have. Do not speak too fast, because this might lead you to repeat ideas. One reason why examinees make a long pause is because they're thinking of an answer to a tough question, and this usually makes them more nervous. A few seconds of pausing is acceptable, but you have to tell the examiner that you need time to think of an answer. Pausing vocabulary expressions can be used while thinking of what to say. Using these expressions can help you from pausing for too long, and also help you sound fluent. Here are some examples of pausing vocabulary that you can use while thinking of what to say. In conclusion, a pause plays an important role in speech. However, making a very long pause affects the fluency band score. So to avoid this, use words and grammar rules you know well, and pausing vocabulary to keep you from pausing for too long. This ends our discussion. Thank you for sticking around until the end of the lesson. Until next time.